You appreciate
Survive.
Shout out Yobi Denzel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ndovu, today you just released a brand new single, right?
Yes.
And of course, this music that we've been waiting for. There's also another song featuring Kagwe Mungai that was also released today.
Yeah.
Tell us about the two tracks. There's Khadija and there's Hot Stepper.
Yeah, Hot Stepper was a song we did with Kagwe actually last year.
Okay.
Yeah, but it had to get released today because of the pitching and how Kagwe planned his music releases. It's a dope jam, you guys should listen to it. And then we dropped a new one called Hadija.
Hadija.
It's KH, but we say Hadija.
Okay, Hadija.
Hadija with Vijana Barubaru, really talented guys. It's a dope song, dope music. Yeah.
You're actually speaking Spanish. Did you know what you were saying?
Actualize G. I know. I like to play along with languages.
Words. You know, wordplay is very important, and I feel like that's something that you do in a lot of your songs, and we love to hear it.
Yeah.
So Hadija is quite interesting. It's got like a summer vibe, and I feel like it's going to be Kenya's summer anthem. You know, now we're our winter, but you know, still summer around the world.
Yeah.
And I think that's the jam that everyone's going to be listening to in clubs, you know, radio stations.
Amen to that.
And I absolutely think that it's a fire track. If you haven't watched it, I think you need to go check it out on YouTube. Hadija, as he said it, the man himself. And just listen to it and give it a like, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and just support Kenyan music. Now, Ndovu, why Ndovu Kuu?
I love elephants so much.
Okay.
I've loved elephants so much since I was young. And the thing I love so much about elephants is the dominance in the jungle. You know,
their
intellect.
Gentle giants. Are you a gentle giant?
I don't think I am. Because I call myself Ndovu Kuu now, the main elephant.
Oh.
The elephant is the main animal in the jungle, and I'd like to embody that in my craft. So that's why I say I'd love to stand out in my craft. So Ndovu Kuu.
And Akiwala, you've been standing out.
Akiwala, yes indeed.
So far. So far, so good. Ndovu, as you know, when you were younger, did you always have the mindset that you wanted to be a rapper? Did you think that that's going to be your career, ever?
I mean, I grew up with heavy influences of music from my dad. My sister was once an artist.
Wow, so it runs in the family.
My elder, yeah. She was actually big here.
Okay.
But she doesn't like that those memories. Yeah, my dad heavily influenced my music because he listens to widely, you know, so that influenced my love for music. I didn't think I was gonna be a rapper or a singer or producer. I just loved music, and yeah, went through the formal way of study, education system. Yeah. Somewhere along the line, I found myself.
Yeah. You started to like it more and more, and of course you found your love for music.
Yeah.
Were you a cool kid back in the day? I don't know why I feel like you were one of those popular kids who were always like being followed everywhere you went, and you know, you were like those cool kids who always had the form. Like you were one of those guys. Is that true?
I guess in high school.
Yeah?
In high school, yeah. Because I remember in high school I was the only Form 1 who went to music festivals all the way.
And you'd actually win?
Yeah, we used to go to see Kibaki, with the late Kibaki, yeah. It was a vibe.
Yeah. That must be something that you need to put in your CV for sure, you know, going and performing for the late president, Mwai Kibaki. Now, of course, let's talk about your career in the sense, we just heard of Ndovu Kuu, and then from nowhere, it's like, this name is everywhere. We're hearing it on radio stations, we're hearing your song, like especially Kishash. I got to know about you through Kishash, and I was like, bro, this guy has some serious flow. Because, you know, you hear of rappers in Kenya. Of course, we appreciate the likes of Calligraph Jones, and these are Octopizzo, like the OGs. And then we've got a fresh new talent that's come in the market, and he's relating to millennials, Gen Zs, and, you know, he's just like a mix of everything. You're like crossing the bridge between the two generations. How did you feel when Kishash was such a major hit?
Just you're always humbled by when people appreciate your work. It's a humbling experience, and most likely more than many times you don't anticipate that you don't have so much expectations for that particular reception. then it surpasses your expectations, and you're like, it's just a humbling experience.
Yeah.
You can't, you never see it coming. I mean, you're just hoping for the best when you release a project, but ikikussurpass, you thank God, Yeah.
Sini God. Ndovu, I remember when we had this conversation a while ago, we actually met before Kishash was being released, and you were traveling to Mombasa. Yeah. You were performing it in Mombasa for the very first time. That's when you launched it, right? Yeah. And then I remember you came back and you were like, wow, they liked it. And they seem to be vibing to it. And that's how you kind of had that feeling that it's going to do well. The collaboration with someone like Lil Maina, he's a young artist, somebody that I think 18, 19, 20-year-olds listen to. Gen Zs, like, I feel like someone like, of course, you're not a 20-year-old. I believe you're much older. I feel like when you collaborated with him, what were some of the thoughts that came to your mind, in the music, in the recording studio? I'm sure you learned a lot from him. I'm sure he learned something from you. What did you learn from someone like Lil Maina?
I mean, being sporadic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, don't plan stuff, just do it.
That's a Gen Z thing.
Yeah, it's like, it was a scary project for me, even when, like, a friend called Omoke sent me the song. I was like, hey, listen to this guy, it's gonna be there. I was like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But he's proven to be such a very dope artist, and just being the randomness of just dropping anything when you feel like it. That's one thing I learned from him. Me, I overthink stuff a lot. So that's one thing I learned from Maina. Yeah, just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a slogan that we know a company uses all the time. Okay. Just do it. Ndovu, apart from music, right? What are some of your hobbies? Things that you love to do in your spare time, things that people don't know about, but you really enjoy. Do you like to draw? I don't know why. I could imagine you sipping and painting.
No.
Okay, I was wrong.
I love driving long distances a lot.
Okay.
I love traveling. So that's pretty much what I do when I'm not in studio.
Yeah. Apart from that, you are possibly most of the time in studio working on projects and stuff. Now that you released this particular song, Hadija, maybe some other collaborations that you have upcoming, something that you would like to tell us about in the near future that is interesting to us?
Yes, but I don't think it's right to disclose them. I'd love to surprise you guys.
And even me.
Akiwa lie. Ikikuja itakuwa kali.
Ni sawa basi. And Ndovu, when it comes to this industry that we're in, right? A lot of the times, I feel like there's a lot of dependence on social media to thrive, in the sense, if you want to promote your song, you have to go to TikTok these days. If you want to make sure that your song is going viral, you have to do a dance challenge. Did you ever expect yourself to be in the middle of this generation where you have to dance if you want to push your song, and if you want to push your song, you have to make sure that your dance is doing well on a social media app such as TikTok. So how do you adapt to something like this? I'm sure there's a dance for Hadija that's upcoming. And what do you think is the importance of social media, in the sense TikTok, to make your music thrive and go viral?
Well, music is very dynamic in consumption. Long ago, people used to listen to, like, the radio, old traditional, whatever. Yeah. Came TV, came digital. Right now, people are just streaming for themselves. They like choice. You listen to what you like. Nobody will force you to create a playlist. So even for musicians, like we have to adapt to change as well. I didn't like TikTok when it came. Really? Yeah, I didn't. I've never danced on TikTok. Okay. This is the first time I'm gonna try. Okay. Yeah, but I've never. So, but it's, you see, this was very instrumental in you becoming who you are today. Yes. So you can't ignore it, no matter how much you don't like it. So, yeah, we just being dynamic. Una change, unaenda na change vile inaenda. Yeah. Who knows? TikTok might crash today. I mean, if COVID came and nobody thought of COVID, TikTok would crash today. Of course. And then now people
careers have ended. People have lost jobs.
I think it's changed now.
Yeah.
It's like there's gonna be a new way to
make money.
And to make like songs are now visual more than you can have a boring song but a very nice dance. Yeah, it's already visual, so that can change.
Okay. I remember when the lip sync challenge for your verse in Kishash went viral.
Yeah,
I did it and I was just like, this is crazy. This particular verse has got so many views and so many people have like done it and overdone it over and over again. You know, it just goes on to show the power of social media and pushing for a song, any song. Back in the day, as you said, we didn't have any of this. You know, we just had radios or even TV, for example, and you are really forced to listen to one particular type of music. Now you can go on and search for a song that you want to listen to and curate a playlist depending on your choice. In the same way, do you have that leeway to also like curate the genres of music that you want to pursue in future, or do you think that, you know, the future for Kenyan music is just going to be this particular sound, or do you think we'll be able to diverse into different sounds? Like for now, everyone asks, what is the Kenyan sound? You tell me, what is the Kenyan sound?
I don't answer that question.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't have it.
Okay.
I feel Kenyans are the only people I would say in Africa who have a very good ear of sound, and we can't have a very good ear and not have a very good artist.
Right.
Yeah, because every new artist, be it Amapiano, be it Afrobeat, be it a hip hop artist, like Boys to Men are here, that's R&B.
Yes.
You know, we're so versatile in accommodating sounds, right? Yeah, and that's the same way the artists are. Okay. So I don't feel there's a Kenyan sound. Kenyans just love good music. Yeah,
we just love music, and we're like big music lovers, as you've said.
Yeah.
So in the sense, would you like to try another kind of genre of music?
Definitely. But like I didn't mention this, but I'm a music producer as well.
Okay.
I produce my own songs. So breaking that boundary itself was to break the status quo, you know. Oh, music producers don't sing, you know.
Yeah.
Also in my professional life, I was an aeronautical engineer. Practiced for like 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you actually finish your degree?
Yeah.
Wow.
In East African School, and practiced. Went to Uganda for work. Then COVID came, we got laid off, and then I did my song. Yeah. So breaking those nanis, you have to be a free thinker.
Yeah.
Sidani, I don't think if you follow what people are saying, you can thrive in any way. I don't believe that.
Very interesting. I was having a conversation with someone this morning, and we just spoke about how we feel that you are the Kenyan artist who we feel could possibly cross over to other forms of music that isn't just Afrobeats in the sense Nigerian music, because yes, we've got a lot of Nigerian Kenyan collaborations happening, a lot of Tanzanian Kenyan collaborations happening. But what about the West? What about the likes of, you know, Latin music? You know, stuff like J Balvin. We have him, and he's really collaborated with so many different artists from around the world. So we felt that Ndovu Kuu would probably be the artist in Kenya who could cross over and do maybe like even a collab with a Bollywood artist, a collab with like a Portuguese artist, a collab with a Spanish singer. And it's so coincidental because your song, you actually sang Spanish. So do we see something of that happening? What are your thoughts about just traveling across the world to like kind of collaborate with different artists who aren't just African?
Yeah, it's good, it's important, but again, it's logistically it's a steep act for a Kenyan act. But thank God, like companies like Ziki, I recently signed with Ziki, who have Wana Music as well. So we're hoping a good relationship with them to Trafika somewhere we're gonna, you know.
Ziki is the music agency that manages Rayvanny?
Rayvanny, Diamond, Harmonize.
Okay, that's a big deal. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, Calligraph as well.
Okay.
Shinsky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're hoping such, because it's really hard. Like for me as an independent artist, I can only do so much.
Yes, of
course.
Like
the recent video we don't get funded. We use our own, you know, and they're kind of steep for music. If you ask around, music videos and it's hard for you to afford to do that on a regular basis, you know. With such companies, they help you even if J Balvin's collaborative rate is crazy money. Yeah. But the company has ties, you know. Let's do this, and you guys will recoup on the streams or whatever, you know. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. That's very, very good news, because I do know that sometimes artists are really held back because of financial support. Very much. You know, there's a lot of strain that they experience in Kenya to be able to, you know, produce a really good quality music video, to be able to like market their songs and push for their songs to go and be heard. It's very straining on them. So I'm glad that you've actually got the push through a music agency. We hope that it really gets your career to the next level.
We really hope. We are very positive about it.
Yeah. And Ndovu, let's talk about, you know, the fact that you said that you were an aeronautical engineer, and then COVID happened, and then you were laid off, and then you ended up doing music. Nowadays, do you think music can sustain you fully without having to look into other revenue streams? Like, do you think you can fully depend on music to live your life?
For sure. Yeah. For sure. I depend on music in my current life. Yeah, I depend on music. Just the scope of what the scope of what you're doing. Music has so many avenues, you know.
For someone who is about to leave their job, okay, a young artist who is just about to dive in and doesn't really have any sort of backup or backing, do you think it's possible for someone like that, a 20-year-old Gen Z?
Unless there's a company going behind you. But if you're spending your savings, it's not advisable. Okay. You know, I thank God I was at a very difficult time when there was COVID. Spent a little bit of my savings on something, and it worked, you know. 10 years ago, I was still doing music and still pushing for it. Nothing happened, you know. So at times, you can't advise someone because they're passionate about something, quit work and just go and do music. Because music is very liquid. Yeah. Like I could do something when I live here and people hate me for the rest of my life. Okay. You know, or get in a car accident, hit someone by mistake. Yeah. And people just say, you are a killer.
Cancel you.
They can just cancel on you. Music is like that. So if you have somewhere where you're having constant income and you're sure after every month you have a salary, I feel like you make a long-term goal, you know. How much are you going to put out for savings? Maybe get your own studio, so now you cut costs on studio costs. You know, if you can purchase a camera or find your friend who is learning to shoot, you know, it's expensive. It's an expensive, even as for me right now, it is expensive to like shoot out a video, you know. Yeah. For the standard that I want as the brand I am now. So I wouldn't say it's wise to quit your job, but we're getting to a place where record labels are joining the African scene, the East African scene as well. I've seen people being given advances. You know, you make a hit song, you're given good advance, but that comes void of financial knowledge. You know, you're given 10 mic, you blow it in 1 year. Yeah. No investments, you come back. So see rahisi.
Of course.
Yes, I mean, just get enough guidance as possible and don't be sporadic with music. I'm not saying this to discourage anyone. Music does pay. There's so many people in Kenya who are living off music. Yes. But understand the full scope of it. There's business side of music as well. Learn how you can set yourself as a brand, so you work with corporate brands. Right. Not just shows, performing in clubs, you know. That can sustain you probably forever. You have a lifestyle to live, you have bills to pay. Yeah.
Speaking of performances, you were in Dubai.
Yeah, that was last.
Yeah, that was last year.
That was a while.
Yeah. How was that? How was that experience for you?
It was dope. It was my first time in Dubai actually. Yeah.
And you actually went there to perform?
Yeah, it was Wednesday in Dubai. It was crazy. So there's this Nigerian artist called Tenny. She was there like 2 days before. No, 2 weeks before. Okay. So I was scared. It's cosmopolitan is Nigerians, Indians, Arabs, you know. But people showed up, man.
Yeah.
That was just, it's emotional for me. People love music. That's.
Were you shocked to see so many Kenyan fans showing up, listening to your music?
Hell
Ndovu
yeah.
Kuu fans, in particular, showing up for your performance?
Yes, man. I was shocked. I was shocked. You know, I didn't know like music can really
Travel.
Yeah, and that's what we attribute to technology and new apps like TikTok. You know, if I was Jua Kali back then, sorry to mention his name, but
Yeah.
just as an example, you could have a very good song, but now there's no YouTube, there's no nothing.
So where are people hearing your music?
Exactly,
Right.
however dope you are.
Yeah.
But right now, even if you're singing Zulu, somebody like the Jerusalema song, you see.
Literally.
Yeah, so
we don't even know what they're saying, but we're
Exactly.
dancing to it.
So language is not becoming a barrier anymore, and that's why we tunafurahia. It has its troubles as well,
Yeah.
because now you have to be dancing like a little Gen Z person, you know. But as long as your bread is buttered, uko sawa.
Kosa kabisa. Ndovu, let's talk about, you know, I remember we've had this conversation as well in the past, and you said that you really want, you have a big dream. You have big dreams for the music industry. You want to fill out a whole stadium. You want to do it big. When it comes to music, you don't want to hold back. You want to really go the extra mile. What steps have you been making to make these dreams turn into reality?
I guess probably trying to creating songs and sounds, networking as well, so I can grow my circle of influence here, and collaborating with people who want to collaborate with the intention that I have. Yeah, because it's hard sometimes. An artist might be really good, but they don't share the same vision that you have. You know, you're like, oh, I need this kind of video when we collaborate, and it's like, why do we have to spend this much on a video? But my understanding is probably it can appeal to a wider audience because, yeah, that kind of thing. So I guess it's the lack of information. Probably there's things I don't know. We should just share information so that we become one. It makes so much sense in my mind. Yeah.
That was so
Yeah.
cute. Oh dear. So basically what you're saying is, you know, you want to unite the music industry, the Kenyan music industry.
Like bridge, more
Yes,
like bridging.
bridge gaps,
Yeah, the
of
gaps,
course.
like there's things I don't know.
Yes.
If Calligraph or BN can tell me 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and then me, I tell someone else, this is we all the same unit. So if everyone is chucking a jam,
You're all going to
it's
win.
having the same impact as
Yeah.
the big artist, you know. Yeah.
Of course, and you're all going to grow,
Yeah.
you know, in the long run, and that's just fantastic. Ndovu, we have to wind up in a bit, but we have to make sure that we perform your song, Hadija, right?
Yeah.
Hadija, we have to play it here. So call Jax. Do you have Hadija ready?
We're ready.
All right, so we're going to just jam to it, vibe to it, and make sure the whole of Kenya